tinnitus and OCD have in common? The answer is an obsessive nature that wants to find out what's going on, maybe a bit perfectionist and meticulous, and that cannot settle until everything's sorted. It's this general level of anxiety or hyper awareness or hypervigilance that needs to make sure everything is exactly right before we can switch off and settle. So just like eczema, you scratch an itch and it makes it worse. Tinnitus, the mind behaves in the same way. You have a sound which can appear out of nowhere, and for most people it can just fizzle away and people don't think anything of it and it goes away. But with tinnitus people, there's a tendency to think, oh my God, what's that? And the mind focuses in, and then they go online, read horror stories, and then have a big freak out, which causes an adrenaline response, a fear response, which can get them stuck in a temporary loop of higher activation levels of tinnitus. So it's really important with tinnitus to learn to take the mind off the ringing. I think for people who have OCD-like tendencies, it's very helpful to just change channel into practicing something else. So you don't want to fight the tinnitus, you don't want to pretend it's not there. Ideally, you just let it be here and you shift your focus of attention onto something else. So use your obsessive nature to become really focused on relaxation or building up your body awareness, really learning to shift the focus onto something completely different. So when I see people, a huge number of tinnitus people are a bit obsessive. I can see that nature in myself, and this is the main bugbear, and the mind just goes round and round and won't let go. And we need to break that pattern. So all forms of meditation practice are good. Mindfulness practice are very good for not jumping into those obsessive trains of thought and really getting stuck in that groove, but standing back and focusing on something different. For really heady people, for the real head cases that are very acute and hyper-focused and in a very tight, intense focus, I really recommend body practice, because if you're being massaged, you will relax, and the more you relax, that'll help you settle and the mind can slow down and you get much more space. If you do a walking meditation, you can really walk slowly, and that can get you to really focus on the contact of the feet on the floor. So instead of thinking obsessively about X, Y, and Z, you're just feeling the feet on the ground, walking slowly, feeling the body, noticing the contact. If your head's really dominant, then just slow it down even more. So slow movement, it takes a tremendous amount of coordination to really move slowly, and that makes you very grounded in the body. What you're doing is, instead of focusing sharply on the tinnitus and freaking out, which is the worst thing you can do, you're distracting your mind away from the ringing and doing something that can calm you down and gets you into a much better space. The calmer and safer you feel, the more the alarm bells stop ringing. So walking around in a circle in your garden or inside your house slowly for a good 10-15 minutes, it's a safe practice. It slows the head down, it puts you back in touch with the body. We are designed to walk. Walking is something that we can do. It's a very achievable thing to do. You can set yourself 15 minutes, look at the clock. It makes it much more doable and manageable when you time it. And practicing this simple walking meditation the obsessive mind can just settle. You can forget about these loops of stressful thinking and catastrophizing, and the practice itself grounds you. Ideally, every time you find yourself latching onto tinnitus and obsessing about it, have a yawn and a stretch. You can do this anywhere, people don't mind. Maybe just massage your face briefly. Get into a habit of doing this because it's very good for you. It's very de-stressing. And then just ask yourself, what do I need? What will help me settle? And either go for a walk, do some work, have a shower, have a cold shower to really ground you. But don't over focus on your tinnitus. Let it be here, but shift your attention into something calming and soothing. You can train yourself to do this little and often. Actually, this is an incredibly helpful practice because you're the stretch. Yeah. And then that changes the channel out of hearing and worrying into releasing and body. If you do this enough, it'll start becoming second nature. So subconsciously, you'll start changing channel without having to consciously bother about it. And you'll start bringing your stress levels down. So always learning yoga and Tai Chi, a really fantastic practice. It's very good in the background, but in the moment to take immediate action. Yawn, stretch, massage, change channel. With the obsessive thoughts coming in, they're just trains of thought. Don't get involved with them. Have a yawn and a stretch. You can take 5 breaths out of the mouth, in through the nose, and count 5 breaths on the finger, and then you would have forgotten what you were thinking about. This is extremely helpful for managing tinnitus in the moment.